What's up, everybody? It's Seth with Fun is Gaming here. I'm here today to share a few quick tips for Xenoblade Chronicles 3. This game's been out for just a couple of days. I've put in over 20 hours into this game, and I want to share 5 tips for this game that aren't really going to be game-breaking in terms of mechanics, but are just little tips to help make your gameplay experience a little smoother, a little more enjoyable. These were things, honestly, that took me hours to figure out. The game doesn't tell you all of them, but I want to share these with you, and hopefully you find them to be helpful. And so again, got 5 tips. First tip is going to be related to our Collectopedia. Let me move my camera over here. So I want to show you, you know all about the Collectopedia. It's in your quests. So you go in here, you can see your Collectopedia cards. If you've got something to turn in, you can see that there. It's really, really helpful. However, one thing that you may not know is if you look on the right side of the screen, just below where it has your location and the time of day, there's a little symbol for your Collectopedia. And if that symbol is there, that means that you have some items to turn in for a reward. Now, once you turn in that first time, it turns into just giving you affinity and a little bit of experience. But if you see this icon, it means that you have something to turn in for the very first time and you got an item as a reward. Okay, so moving on to tip number 2. This is something, I don't think the game ever tells you this, but it's that if you press L and R at the same time to take a capture, it does it without the UI. So let me show you here in my album, and I'm going to try to avoid having any spoilers for pictures or anything like that. But you can see no UI, nice little snapshot. So the game does not have a photo mode, but some of the scenes, some of the places that you go are really quite nice. There's no way to completely disable the UI in the game. You can turn off the minimap, but there's no way to completely get rid of all of it. And so that can be super helpful to you if you want to take some really, really nice looking screenshots. Next, I want to talk about your shortcuts and some ZL functions. So if you press ZL on your controller, if you use the right stick, you can actually zoom in and out. You can go up and down and things like that as well. So that's pretty cool. But the big thing here, if you're holding down ZL, is you can edit your shortcuts. So you see I have mine set to 4 things that I use pretty often: my area map, my quest routes, quick save, and characters. But you can change that to be whatever you want. So if you want to have quick access to quests rather than characters, you just click on this, come down to quests. It's really, really simple.
Gotta keep nice and
Okay, so that's tip number 3. Tip number 4 for you is also with the ZL, is show quest route. This is something that the game does tell you, but if you go into your shortcuts here, I've got mine set to Y, and so if I'm holding ZL and press Y, it will show my quest route, and you can see that it puts this nice little red line for my navigation, so it tells me exactly where I need to go. That is pretty helpful. If you're really stuck, sometimes the terrain can be tricky between going up mountains, down hills, things like that. And so this can be a really helpful way to find your way if you are lost. Now, tip number 5 here is help with targeting. Let me turn off my camera here. And so go into your menu and go to System, come down to Options, into Game. Now, by default, your targeting controls are set to default and all. Honestly, this targeting is horrible. So I recommend turning targeting controls to classic and targeting controls in battle to enemies in battle. This way, you will only select targets that are in the fight and are nearby. It makes cycling through your enemies a lot easier. The targeting, like I said, is not great on that default setting. And so those are 5 tips to help make your gameplay experience with Xenoblade Chronicles 3 just a little more enjoyable. If you did not know one of those, post a comment down below and let me know which one of these was helpful to you. What tips have you found out? Leave a comment, let me know what are some cool things that you found out about this game. Hope you're enjoying it. I am. Like I said, I've played 20 or so hours, maybe a bit more, and I am really loving it so far. Can't wait to keep going. Hope you guys are having a great day. We'll get you next time. Take care.